Hello, my friends. Welcome to CJ Reads Books. I'm CJ. This is Lupin. He wanted to join in on a video. And today we're going to be reviewing The Woman in Me by Britney Spears. And before I get too detailed and into it, this was such an amazing book, an amazing read. My honey had already read this book through a YouTuber, and she was like, it's a good book. So I took her word for it. It's a good book. Let's get into it. He wants to kill all the birds. I can feel his claws extracting in that. So this book, I never really realized her struggle until recently, because when I was growing up with her, I was about the same age as her. However, I never got to go on the internet and look up celebs or stars or anything. I knew she dated Justin Timberlake and stuff, but all that was like, up in the air because I was going through middle school and high school and stuff like that, so I didn't really know what she was going through except for the, spontaneous news articles here and there about her. So this is an autobiography, which means she wrote it. The writing is, yes, very simple. At first, I started reading this and I was like, ugh, it's so simple. It's so simply written. But I read further into it, and it's just all her heart got poured into this book. You could see her in this book. Like, for a moment there, too, in my head, I was reading this book in her voice. And it was so cool and so heartbreaking also to learn about her life and how she is such a people pleaser, and how she is just normal like the rest of us, except normal to the point where she was a prisoner in her own home for 13 years. 13 years she couldn't spend her own money or do the things that she wanted to do, have the boyfriends that she had to have, and all that stuff. She couldn't do none of that. And it was so heartbreaking and so eye-opening to read that it sucked how to figure out that her father could have done this to her, her own flesh and blood. Like, if I ever found out that my, like, parents would screw me over like that, which I have once, that's a story for another time, but I have once, and it hurt. That shit hurt. So to imagine that she had to go through this for 13 years, knowing who was doing it, and still trying her 100% to be the most positive person, I would have broke. I would have broke within year four. Like, if I was making this much money for them and only seeing like the littlest percentage of the money, like, I would have broke. I mean, I would have died right there. And like, she is, after reading this novel, she is so strong and so amazing and so incredible. And I'm so glad that I read this book and that I got it from the library store and that I didn't ship it away to someone else and read it first. Because you could see so much struggle in there, but you could also see so much positivity and hope in there. And after 13 years, anybody would have a hard time finding hope, even if it was for their kids. So I appreciated this book a lot. Now, I was going to read another nonfiction after this, but I changed my mind. I am reading another Stephen King after this. Hi, Lupin again. I gave this book a 4 out of 5 stars. Nonfiction is normally not my genre that I go to, But this was just so heartfelt and so amazing. I definitely recommend you read this book. But if you don't read much nonfiction, I suggest you pick this one up and just give it a gander. If you can read it, you can read it. If you can't, you can't. You know, it is what it is. Everybody has their own preferences. I've learned slowly that I can read anything. Now, I haven't tried a like extreme history because I hate history growing up. That was my least favorite class in the world. But I'm willing to try because reading is awesome and I love to read. Thank you for joining me on this book review. And Lupin is mad because I'm not paying him any attention because obviously he needs to be in the spotlight, huh? But um, you get a little cute kitty guest star on this video today. But yes, I recommend this book if you like my reviews. Whether or not you want me to do more of them, I will do more of them. But if you like my reviews and you think they're pretty cool, please like, share, subscribe, comment. All that helps. Also, in the links below, I've got a link to my Etsy store, which I sell blind dates with a book. I also have started a Patreon, which I'm going to publish all my reviews immediately after I edit them, and other content that I will add on later as I get more members in there. I also have a link to buy me a coffee. If you like my work and want to support me, you can always buy me a coffee for the appreciation. And lastly, I do play video games sometimes. I'm trying to get through this one game called Tales of Vesperia. So if you want to watch me yell at my TV screen, follow me on Twitch. But I am trying to get to 50 subscribers so I can go live on YouTube so that I can do reading sprints twice a week with y'all and maybe establish some sort of book club. So if you can spread the word, I appreciate it. But if not, I appreciate you being here anyway. You have a great day. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.